What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's prediction video. Now it's time for the semi-finals to kick off in this year's Euro 2024 tournament taking place in Germany. And for the first semi-final, we are served up a mouth-watering fixture that is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, the 9th of July. And in this one, we see a clash of true European juggernauts that sees two favorites for the title go head-to-head when Spain clash with France. We start off our team analysis with Spain. Now, the last 5 fixtures for La Roya have ended in 5 wins. Their last match was that quarterfinal extra time 2-1 victory over hosts Germany. In these last 5 fixtures, Spain have scored 11 goals and conceded just 2. So we can see that this is a free scoring side that has been able to shut out the opposition and keep quite a few clean sheets en route to the semi-final. The first player I want to talk about for Spain has got to be Chelsea left-back Marc Cucurella. In 8 appearances for his national team, Cucurella has yet to score or provide an assist for one of his teammates. But defensively, I think Cucurella has been very good. Cucurella has used his pace to be able to cut out opposition through balls and nullify the pace of quick and tricky opposition attackers. But he's also used his untapped footballing intelligence to read the game and to predict where exactly the opposition will attempt to attack from. And I think that's what's given Cucurella the edge in the Spain team. He's been able to just help them out at the back with his discipline and his composure. And these are two things that Cucurella is not exactly known for when he plays for his club. But I think Cucurella has really put his best foot forward for his national team in this tournament. Next up, I want to talk Manchester City defensive midfielder Rodri. In 54 appearances for his national team, Rodri has scored 4 goals and provided 2 assists for his teammates. In Rodri, Spain have the perfect defensive midfielder, a player who can provide pressure on the players on the ball to win it back from the opposition and then has the intelligence to cycle it forward to his attacking players or his attacking midfielders. I think in Rodri as well, Spain have a kind of midfielder who's not afraid to arrive late into the box and pick up crosses from either wing and score goals from long range. It is something that Rodri has really taken a liking to, and it is something that we can expect him to attempt at least once in this fixture. And finally, I want to talk young Barcelona winger Lamine Yamal. In 12 appearances for his national team, Lamine Yamal has scored 2 goals and provided 7 assists for his teammates. In Lamine Yamal, I think Spain have such an exciting and energetic young footballer. He's only 16 years of age, but Lamine Yamal has proven to be very adept at taking players on in 1v1 situations, getting out wide to deliver in crosses, or cutting in and just causing havoc in the opposition box. I think this is something that Lamine Yamal will prove to do again and again in this match, really proving a problem for France's defense. But I think he will be matched up against a player who's equally talented in Theo Hernandez. But in Lamine Yamal, I think Spain have a player who can just unlock the stubborn and solid France defense when he chooses to do so. Next up, we turn our attention to France. Now, the last 5 fixtures for Les Bleus have ended in 3 wins and 2 draws. Their last match was a 0-0 draw against Portugal in their quarterfinal clash that then went through to penalties that saw France emerge victorious after a 5-3 penalty shootout result. In these last 5 fixtures, France have scored 3 goals and conceded just 1. So we can see that this French team is quite stingy, both in terms of scoring goals, but in terms of conceding them as well. The first player I want to talk about for France has got to be AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan. In 21 appearances, Mike Maignan has kept 13 clean sheets and conceded just 10 goals. In Mike Maignan, I think France have probably the best goalkeeper of this tournament and maybe one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think Mike Maignan has proven to be very intelligent, proven to be very stable. He's a fantastic shot stopper. He's very intelligent at reading the game. He's able to just provide leadership for his team and inspire them from the back. And I think France play with a different kind of freedom and confidence, knowing that they have such a genuinely talented keeper between the sticks. Next up, I think I want to talk a little bit about Al Ittihad central midfielder N'Golo Kante. In 60 appearances for his national team, N'Golo Kante has scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist. In N'Golo Kante, I think France have the perfect engine room kind of player. N'Golo Kante does not get tired. He's continuously running, continuously providing pressure on the opposition players when they have the ball, but also continuously providing a new passing outlet to his teammates whenever they're looking to counter-attack. I think by using his ambition and his determination, N'Golo Kante is just able to drive himself forward and push his teammates into an extra gear. And finally, I want to talk Atletico Madrid attacker Antoine Griezmann. In 134 appearances for his national team, Antoine Griezmann has scored 44 goals and provided 38 assists. I think in Antoine Griezmann, France have a kind of utility knife up front. This is a player who can play out wide on either wing, either choosing to cut in and take shots or looking to get out wide and cross the ball in through to a centre forward, or he can play as that centre forward as well and provide pressure aerially on opposition centre-backs. And I think Antoine Griezmann needs to find it in himself again. He needs to find that confidence to be able to take these players on, to be able to score these individual goals. Because the Griezmann that we've seen playing for France in this tournament seems to be very restricted. When we look at the head-to-head between these two sides, we can see that the last 5 fixtures between Spain and France have ended in 2 wins for Spain, 2 wins for France, and a single draw separating the two sides. In these last 5 clashes, France have scored 4 goals and Spain have scored 5. So we can see that in terms of results, in terms of scoring goals, it's very, very evenly matched between these two sides. I think Mike Maignan's record in this tournament alone gives France major confidence on how they've set themselves up defensively. Maignan has kept 4 clean sheets in 5 appearances for France in this tournament. The only match where he conceded was a 1-1 draw against Poland in the group stage. So right now, Mike Maignan is looking like easily the best goalkeeper in this tournament. France, however, find themselves misfiring far too much up front. They've placed too much pressure on a player like Kylian Mbappe to be getting the goals. And they've sort of just restricted other players like Ousmane Dembele and Antoine Griezmann to supporting roles when it comes to just providing the ball to Mbappe. I think we've seen players like Griezmann and Dembele provide individually brilliant performances for their clubs, and they need to find their confidence once again and believe in themselves so that they can be performing at the same level for France. I think France's disappointing performances in this tournament could be down to one of 2 factors. Either there's just a massive lack of chemistry between these players all of a sudden, or Didier Deschamps intentionally sets his team up to play anti-football. Just break the opposition down in midfield and then counter-attack quickly. Allow the opposition to have the ball, but stay solid and defend through the center of the pitch. You don't really see the left back or the right back for France going to the wings or to the touchline to apply pressure. They usually leave the opposition to play out wide and then just stay solid down the middle. And I think that does kind of play into what Spain want to do. Spain want to have the ball. They want to be dictating play. They want to be in control of the tempo of the match. In a player like Lamine Yamal, Spain have a firework, a player who can just turn the match on its head in a split second. You see that when Lamine Yamal is subbed off for Spain, they become a little bit more predictable in how they play. And I think that has been Lamine Yamal's best trait in this tournament, is the unpredictability that he provides for the Spanish team. Yes, he can pass the ball. Yes, he can create opportunities for others, but he can also create these opportunities for himself, and he's not afraid to do so. If he scores in this tournament, Lamine Yamal has a very good chance of becoming the youngest goal scorer in Euro history. And I think Spain are aware of this. We see them trying to set him up, but we see Lamine Yamal then using that to his advantage and setting somebody else up because he knows the opposition are going to look to close him down as soon as possible. And it was Lamine Yamal was responsible for Dani Olmo opening the scoring against Germany in their quarterfinal match. I think Spain will be missing crucial players in this one. Obviously, Pedri was injured against Germany in a match that was very physical. Carvajal was booked and then sent off, so he will miss both this match and probably the final as well. I think the Spanish players will be definitely feeling a little bit sluggish and maybe a little bit sore after a very physical match against Germany. France had to do a lot of running against Portugal, and their match also went through to extra time. But when you look at France, it's more a case of they got to turn it up from 0 to 100 in a split second, and then for the rest of the match, they just allow the opposition to have the ball, and in that time, they're recovering their energy. I think Spain have players who can unlock France's defense, but I think France have players who can just catch Spain on the counter-attack and take advantage of the inexperience of players like Cucurella at left back. I think Lamine Yamal in particular will be up against a player like Theo Hernandez at France's left back, and it will be down to see whose energy lasts longer. I think this is really going to be a clash of Jose Mourinho-esque anti-football tactics against Pep Guardiola-esque tiki-taka creative attacking football tactics from Spain. I think here France do have the advantage in that case. We've seen anti-football triumph over football more often than not, and France will just look to keep the game at 0-0 until the dying minutes when they can score and then just leave Spain with absolutely no hope of getting an equalizer. Spain have proven that they can grind out results, but against this French team, they really do have their backs up against a wall. Mike Maignan has not conceded. France have given away very little at the back. They've been disciplined, and they've just sort of reacted to whatever is put in front of them. I think the final score here is going to be France 2, Spain 1. I think France do just have players who can outlast Spain, and I think if you look at France's front line up against Spain's back line, I think it's a bit of a mismatch in terms of pace. I think if France can stick with their counter-attacking play, they can catch players like Aymeric Laporte sleeping at the back. However, I don't think I've ever wanted to be wrong about a prediction as badly as I do in this one. Spain have brought something new and something creative and attractive to this tournament. It's been inspiring to watch them play. I think this kind of football is the kind of football that will bring young people back to the sport and will inspire kids sitting at home. Whereas France's football is restrictive. You see the players are not playing with freedom of expression. They're prioritizing tactics over enjoying themselves. And with Spain, they're winning, they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves, they're playing football. I really want Spain to win this one, but I just do think that France have just a little bit too much quality right through the pitch, and they have a goalkeeper who is performing at the top of his game right now. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.